right, everyone, what's going on? Dave Moorman, home service business coach. I wanted to make like a 10-minute episode here for our YouTube channel, for our podcast family, very simply around the top 10 questions that people ask me. I wanted to make some content around it after reviewing through my DMs here this past year. These are like the top 10 things that come up that people ask, and chances are maybe one of these has crossed your mind, and so hopefully we can bring you some value on this training today. Okay, so let's just dive in. Let's get started. Number one question, are you David James on Facebook? Yes, I am. James is my middle name, and so my primary Facebook account that I use mostly for connecting with colleagues in the home service space is my David James Facebook profile. So yes, that is my account. My legal name is David James Moorman. My Facebook account is in fact David James. So that's the first one, easy one, get it out of the way. Number two, Dave, when do you know when it's time to hire your first full-time employee? Great question. A lot of entrepreneurs wonder it. Typically, your revenue needs to be around like $150,000 or so, give or take. And the reason for that is what I teach, what I do in my companies is we pay out roughly 30% of the project to go to our team of technicians. And so if you look at thirding what $150,000 is, you're left with 50K, give or take. And typically that will be like $20 to $25 an hour for someone full-time to help you with your house painting company or your grass cutting business or your window cleaning business, right? Now, you certainly can hire before then on more of a part-time basis, but usually around 150, 200K, that's where the business owner, they're hitting their head on the ceiling. They're like, I have all this other crap to do in the business, but I'm booked for 35 hours a week in fulfillment. So if you're there, you have to 100% hire for that technician role. That does not mean it's easy and someone walks in overnight, but that does not change the mission that still is your next thing to do. I think as entrepreneurs, we love to think of all these different people we're going to hire and how this year's going to be different. And that's all fine and dandy. But the reality is, what I say is you want to hire when it hurts, and you want to look at where is 50 to 80% of your time going as the business owner. Is that into estimating? Is that into the office? Is that into fulfillment, doing the services? Hire where it hurts the most. That's like the first big domino to focus on. We can go a lot deeper, but that's like staying on course here. Question number three, how much is your coaching program? Okay. Our high-level coaching program is our foundations coaching program where we help you get off the truck, hire your team, and systematize your business. It's a 9-month program and it's $1,500 US dollars per month. Okay, so that is certainly not a program for everyone, but it's my way of essentially franchising my intellectual property I've learned over 15 years in scaling up my companies. And rather than franchising Revive all across the world, I chose to go with this coaching consultation model, which I truly, truly believe in. It's been incredible seeing our members get results. So, $1,500, is it a lot, or is it a lot to not do something like that? And whether you do our training program or you go work with someone else, I just want to make sure that your mindset is big enough that $1,500 goes in, leaves your bank account. How do we get 15 grand back every single month? Our average revenue increase of members is 180K in their business within a year of finishing the program. So talk about ROI, that is what I'm all after. And so it's at a price point where it stings the entrepreneur enough, because if I made this thing $100 a month, people wouldn't be showing up, putting in the work. And I'm also not making it 5K a month because it's not really in the cards financially. It would disqualify a whole bunch of people who we could help. So $1,500 a month for 9 months. Number four, how do I get more jobs? Okay, get that one all the time. My lead flow is slow. Okay, if you have a sales problem, no jobs on the schedule, you had a marketing problem about 30 to 90 days ago that you did not address. Okay, right now we're in like shoulder season, right? It's winter time, it's slow. We're like hand to mouth. How do I get more jobs? Okay, we kind of screwed up 60 days ago when we should have been thinking, what are we doing during this shoulder season? Okay, so the first thing I'll say, there is no magic bullet when it comes to getting jobs. Effectively, you need to be building a brand in your local marketplace so that, we do a lot of outbound pulling in first of like, cold outbound door knocking and signs and flyers, and all that's good. But the big strategy is you want to build your hopper big enough that you've got hundreds, you've got thousands of homeowners in your local area that when you hit a slow season, MailChimp email out to them, hire a calling agent agent cull through the list. We have 7,600 members now in our Jobber that for our slow season right now, I know we can go out and book 100K of work because we just got to email them all and we got to go and call them all. But how we got to that point was the outbound pull methods that I talked about, right? Signs up constantly, door knocking constantly, flyers out constantly, calling our clients. So that's what I'd be getting hungry with. And two, like a slow business in revenue is not a bad thing because that means you've got time on your side right now. You're not pulled to fulfillment. So perfect time right now to be looking at how I can actually build systems and build infrastructure and build my team for the upcoming busy season that we know spring, summer is going to be crazy, okay? All right, number 5, Dave, what is the best piece of business advice you've ever received? I've got a lot of great advice, but if I had to sum up everything I've learned, books, everything, put it into one sentence, it would be hire the best people you possibly can and create a path for them to win so that they can run your business. Like, period, end of story. Any success I've had from hustling up companies has been good, but the success that my team's created in being able to run the business and have a career for them is just winning all around. And so, you know, as much as you systematize and create all your systems, all that stuff's good. If you don't have the team of rock stars to actually operate your business, then you're kind of dead in the water. So I would always choose the people is where the magic of your company happens. And if you haven't hired great people yet, you just don't know what it's costing you right now for you, the business owner, to think you can go and be the best at doing everything, okay? It's cancerous in your business if you're the best at doing everything. You need a great team of rock stars around you, okay? Could say a lot more on that, but we'll leave that one there. It's harder than I thought to just rip these in like 1 minute. Number 6, what's the 2 things you wish business owners would do, okay? Very simply, number 1, stop producing your jobs. Just stop right now and focus on working on building the business. 2, raise your prices minimum of 20%. If there's one prayer I had in the home service space would be that business owners actually learn their numbers and crank their prices upstream and stop whittling down, competing on cheap, $40, $50 an hour work. You should be charging $100, $100, $200, $300, $400 an hour for your stuff. I just totally believe that. You obviously need to be cognizant of local market forces. However, I would try and be among the top priced companies in your town because that's how you can get the thing running and create profit. Otherwise, you're just staying very busy doing 50K months and having 50K of costs, and you're not going to be happy doing that. Number 7, what's one simple shift an owner can make to dramatically change their business? I would say, I'll get a lot of pushback on this, but start charging deposits and put a credit card on file, okay? Like for us, if we're gonna put $1,000 roof wash on the schedule, great. Mrs. Jones, in order to hold your spot for next Wednesday, it is our company policy. We do put a credit card safely stored on file and we take a 50% deposit. What would be the best credit card to do that on? Okay, boom, take the card over the phone, put it in on Jobber, done. Or they can do it themselves, right? Every quote we send, we just say all you got to do to approve, click approve and pay the deposit and we'll get you right into our schedule. So that dramatically helps cash flow in the business. And that's why I'm such a proponent of a residential based home service business, because you get paid same day or next day. And in reality, if you set it up like I did, you actually get paid before the job starts. And again, this is foreign to business owners. Oh no, I can't get paid till the house painted. No, absolutely you can get paid up front, 50%, 40%, 20%. Pick your percent, because it's causing you so much pain trying to float payroll and run a company if the money's not there. So you can push back all you want on this with me, but if you feel pain of cash flow, just follow what I'm saying because it works and we've helped hundreds of members do this in their company. 8, how do you stay organized, okay? Our entire business runs on a CRM, customer relationship management, called Jobber. If you want to check out what that is, I've referred over 110 contractors to use Jobber. You can check it out, the link below. I am an ambassador for them, full disclosure. However, I've been running my business over $3 million of work in the last 5 to 6 years on Jobber, and it works great to stay nice and organized. Number 9, we're getting there, 2 to go. How do you find a partner that is supportive of your business? Okay, this is a huge one to talk about. Go so far as to say the right spouse you choose will either 10x your business potential or will 1x the growth on your business, okay? Like my wife, for me, I call her the counselor of my business. She doesn't have an active role in any of my companies, but we're constantly talking about ideas issues I have, future vision, and can bounce things off her is like very invaluable for me. I just believe you want to have a life outside of the business as well, because I don't want to turn 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 and just be like, hey, I grew companies and made like tons of money, right? It doesn't really fit in with my value stack. You want to have someone you can really share your life with, in my opinion. So it's the ultimate person you're looking to partner with for your life. And I think for an entrepreneur, it's that much more important because there's only 3% of the world is entrepreneurs. We think weird, we act weird. You need someone that's going to be willing to strap in the seatbelt and be good with that journey. That doesn't mean you go work 100 hours a week and you neglect them, but they're aligned with your vision and they should challenge you to become a better partner, a better person, and ultimately a better business owner as well is kind of a byproduct of that. 10, how do you balance growing your business with the rest of your life? This is a huge one. A lot of people ask, a lot of marital pain, health issues. People struggle with business, right? Like, just red hot tip, 80% of you listening won't hit your 5th year in business. And if you do, congratulations, but 80% of you who hit that won't hit your 10th year in business, which is crazy because of all these issues we talk about with hiring, cash flow, lack of work, personal issues as well that come up and pull the entrepreneur out of the business. So I really believe you have to follow a really stringent block schedule in order to find success. For me, I know my personality. I could work 100 hours a week and just blow past everything else in life. But when I look at my week, I put in my personal stuff first. So when am I working out? When is date night? When is time with my family? When am I gonna go golf and just turn my phone off and just focus on that? And then cool, other stuff that comes in. Dave, can you do this? Can you do this? No, no, no. Yes, I can do this. I'll put this in. I'll put this in. So I'm not at the mercies of my iPhone of people calling, oh, go do this, go. My day is already set up for what I want to accomplish. And also my week is set up so that I can have at least 5, 10, 15, 20 hours out of work with my family, working out, staying healthy, going to the beach, doing what I want to do. So you need to have those personal guardrails in your life. Otherwise, I believe the business will steamroll you and you'll end up with a burnt out entrepreneur who owns a business but lost everything else that actually matters in life. So I really think you want to be extremely cautious of building your business around your life and not building your life around your business, because your business should create freedom. You should not be chained to your business. Hopefully there's some value there. I'm going to get a drink of water. I feel like I talked really fast on that, but I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. Go ahead and drop your one key takeaway of these top 10 questions. I hope that there was some value in here for you, and I wish you nothing but success this next year in not just your business, but also your personal life. It's Dave Moorman, Home Service Business Coach. We'll see you on the next episode.